What's happening where you are?
Hello, Jeannie, from a loud and an angry Place de Bastille this afternoon. There aren't perhaps the 20,000 people that the organisers of this protest had billed for, but there are certainly several thousand police officers who've come to make their voices heard and to say that the government is not taking their concerns seriously when it comes to the lifestyle and the work of police here in France. Over 50 police officers have died this year alone. That's up from 36 officers last year, and that's one of the main reasons why we're seeing this really unprecedented march. As you say, it is the first protest on this scale in France since 2001. There is an effigy, you may be able to see it just in the distance behind me, of a police officer strung up with a noose, and there's also a coffin draped in the French flag, that to symbolise, of course, those 50 officers who have taken their lives this year. Now, the government says they're taking action on that. They've set up a hotline for police officers who are in distress. But the message from the unions here today is that simply isn't good enough, and you need to tackle the root causes of frustration and distress within the police force, namely the lack of rising salaries among police forces, the long days that they work, the difficult conditions inside police stations, the fact that they often have to use their own cars as opposed to formal police vehicles. And they say the government needs to really ensure that enough money is put into the policing here in France to stop that number of suicides rising even more in the coming year.
Nadia, what kind of response has there been from the government to this protest today?
Well, the government says it's listening. The Interior Minister, Christophe Castaner, appeared on television earlier this week, and he promised that money for the police would be ring-fenced. That is to say, it would be protected. He said there wouldn't be cuts to the police service. He promised an extra 10,000 police officers on the streets by 2022. And he said there would be more police stations, 29 more police stations, in fact. But the unions here saying they've been waiting for those police stations for a very long time, and they aren't going to be satisfied until the money comes in concretely and until those stations are actually erected. So lots of talk from the government today. They say they're listening to the concerns of police officers, but people here want to see action, and they want to see that action pretty quickly.